Yes, we are live. Yeah, I think with the tone you can understand why the tone is kind of like that. We are live, but but it has been very disappointing. I think disappointing is not the word. It's frustrating, and it's very tiring. That's the word. It's very tiring. 50 overs gone. No, sorry, not 50 overs. 13 balls left. 47.5. 412 runs. Oh, oh, what a batting. Fishadi rightly said that it will be a batting paradise, but we didn't know that this will be that type of batting paradise. Fishadi, 412 joint most highest total for Australia in Omen ODIs. Previously, it was also 412 for 3 wickets versus Netherlands in Mumbai in 1987. I think what I saw just right now. So,
Yeah, that was
Fishadi.
a game where Belinda Clark scored a 200.
Okay, that was the game. Okay, okay. Okay, Tushadi, what do you want to say about this Amut batting
I want to go
performance?
home. I'm done. Thank you. It was nice. If you use see, it was a batting paradise. Nobody is denying
Yes,
that. And Australia was going to come hard at you because
yes,
I have said this and I have written this in my preview that Australia is finding themselves in a unfamiliar territory. They do not often find themselves not having already won the series after the first two games. And the loss that they had, they were going to come back. The pitch was a batting pitch. Everything is in Australia's favor, and I get that. But then India
yes,
had to put on a fight. It's not. There is only one way India was going to stop Australia. That was picking up wickets, and that's exactly what happened in Ruchi Sharma's 10th over. India got 3 wickets,
yes,
and the 450 suddenly became 412.
yes,
But something that Snehashish, you and I have been discussing from the day I think we have been covering women's cricket, that put under pressure Harmanpreet Kaur and the think tank of India. Harmanpreet Kaur cannot be alone,
yeah,
always be blamed for this.
point,
There is a
point.
coach sitting there, Amol Majumdar, who, by the way, is experienced, is extremely experienced to not have a plan B or C. There is a Smriti Mandana out there who's the vice captain, who's going to be your future captain. But
Yes,
it's ridiculous that we don't have a plan B, C. Look at it. Last game, Smriti Mandana was actually playing the way Beth Mooney was playing. Maybe Mooney's strike rate was a little better. But they had plan B and C, and that's why even after Smriti Mandana getting 117, we were 290.
yes,
We did not reach even 320. We were 290, all 292 all out. But
yes,
look at them. At one point, they were set to score 450. And in
easily.
fact, most people were like, they did not reach the score they should have. And I'm like, guys, they have scored 412. How much you want them to score 500? What rubbish. And
Yes,
what's
absolutely.
sadder
And
is
and
the
and in
kind of
cricket
crowd.
there is a proverb that in oh my god, again card coming.
Yes, that's why, I have to move away.
Yes. And I think there is a saying in cricket, na, ki whatever you score in 30 overs, you double that score in the remaining 20 overs. So they were I think 220 plus at 30 overs. So it was predicted that they will definitely score around 440, 450. But yeah,
What's the saddest part? As I was saying, Snehashish, we keep saying that there aren't fans enough for the game, fans enough. But if you give a good stadium, fans will definitely come. A
yes,
number of fans have turned up here. They have been cheering, even though India has been in the receiving end, they have been cheering endlessly. There is no doubt. But India had to put up a show for them. I don't know when India comes out to bat, what exactly will that be? But India does need to put up a show right now, whether they win, they lose, they have to put up a fight. That is important. If
yes.
India loses by 250, 300 runs, then that's going to be extremely, extremely sad.
Yes, I think for me, see, I think expecting that India will win this, I think that is ridiculous. You are
Yeah.
not going to win that. That will be, well, miracle, square, cube, whatever you can say, that will happen, that will happen. But But the fact is that India have to score around 350, 3 to 300 to 350. At least that will give them confidence that okay, we at least we can go for that total when we're chasing that amount of total. So I think
But
that should be
Australia is
done.
not
But
going to bowl and field horribly. Snehashish,
yes,
this bowling and fielding is horrible.
horrible.
I get the pitch is good. I get the pitch
Mhm.
is good. But you
Exactly.
cannot give so many boundary balls.
Yes, that is my point. That is what I wanted to ask you. That okay, we have talked about the captaincy plan B, plan C. The pitch was fantastic. I can understand everything. But when it comes to bowlers, the bowlers in every over there are three, four boundary balls. Every time bowlers are two, three balls in the leg side or into the pads, it's easily you can flick the ball and score some runs. So there is no such discipline. I think in the second ODI we showed that discipline. That is why we managed to put up that performance with the ball. But in here, do you think, Rishati, that there are lack of discipline from all the bowlers throughout the innings?
Absolutely. Apart from Sneh Rana, I thought Sneh
Yes.
Rana was the only bowler who bowled beautifully, mixing her pace, line, length, and most importantly, Sneh Rana was at least putting her mind as to what the batters are planning to do and trying to be better than them. Rest of the bowling was flat, flatter, flattest. There was it was so poor, and you know what? When you're sitting in the press box full of Indian media, all the only sound that was coming out of every single person's mouth was, oh ho, again, oh
Arey
no,
yaar.
these are the only expressions. I mean, see, Beth Mooney was superb. Let's not take
Yeah.
anything away from Beth
Yes.
Mooney's innings for sure.
Yes.
She was absolutely, absolutely superb. I think this innings was better than Mandana's innings as well because
Yes.
she played shots in every single part of the ground. You name a
Yes.
shot, and Beth Mooney has played it and played it successfully from the third ball of her innings, where she stepped down and hit the ball over mid off. She seemed in sublime touch.
Yes. Even
But
former wicketkeeper Dibdaj Gupta was in the commentary box and he was telling that she is a perfect 360-degree player and the way she was playing it, the shots.
absolutely, I mean, she was wonderful. But there are you also have to look at what you have done, right? Georgia Wall last game got out to
Mhm.
a pull shot. You kept bowling shot to her. You're seeing that she's dealing with the shot well. You're seeing that the outfield is lightning fast. Why
Yes.
exactly are you bowling like that? And the boundary riders, I don't know what were the boundary riders doing.
Yes, absolutely. And what I noticed that Tushar is that last match when Renuka came in and Kranti was getting that swing, they were getting trouble to face that in swinging deliveries. But today they were all prepared to face those because they were defending well, they were scoring runs as well, and that is why when you saw that okay this is not working for us today, you again crumbled because you didn't have that plan B, plan C. That okay, if it is not working, then we will go for this plan or this type of fielding setup to dismiss that particular batter. So I think that is again that we are being telling for I think for a number of time right now. But as you said, Beth Mooney plays an excellent knot. The Georgia ball also looked very very good at Georgia ball. There were some moments that could have been gone in India's favor and Georgia will could have been out for 30, 40, 50s, but still it is a part and parcel of the game. She took those opportunities and scored important runs. So that is what it is. But Tushari, I think we have to take the comments. What to expect from the batters? I think just go out there, try as many as possible to get. Okay. Riro saying one of the poorest fielding efforts I have watched across all levels, including the domestic formats.
Including what my niece does. My niece has started playing cricket, and I throw balls at times when I'm there with her. She she does a better job. Yeah, and by the way, for people wondering, she's just six.
Can you take those comments? Somehow again it is
Yeah,
gone.
yeah, I'm taking. Yeah, Shirish is saying Aussie, 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 nahi, nahi, nahi.
नहीं,
Bilkul.
एकदम नहीं.
I think the second ODI was fluke. Australia didn't play with full intensity. Today they showed what they can do. Do you think it was completely a fluke, Snehashish?
No, no, no. I think a win the way India won that match. I think just after this performance, just to call that suddenly a fluke, I think that will be disheartening, and it should not happen. I also see. I think the pitch is completely different. That you have to understand first. I think Tushadi has seen both all the pitches. From by being at the stadium, I think Tushadi will agree. This pitch is just fantastic for the batters, but the problem is that that doesn't mean that you will go out and concede 400 plus runs, because if you are batting fast, you would have ended around 330, 340. If you would have batted
Correct.
brilliantly, you will
Correct.
not score this 430 runs, 412 runs. So that is the difference. I think now you can understand. I think after the first match, many of you commented that Australia bowling is weak. They are conceding 280 runs. I particularly mentioned that that is the difference between a good and great bowling lineup in a pitch where a pitch would have a team would have scored 330. They restricted that team to 80. So that is the difference that Australia bowling have. And even in this point also, I expect them to be brave enough and would have considered around 330, maybe not to 400 plus. I think that is the difference. And that is where I think the Indian bowlers lacked, and now they have considered 400. So I think don't call it fluke, but yeah, they could have done much better what if they have done so far in this news.
Riro, this TM has been awful. If anyone has seen Ball playing the WBL and even against India, they will know that she is very good square of the wicket, and yet they have not covered the area. Well said, Riro. This is exactly what I'm saying. What is your plan B? Yes, you tried bowling shot which worked for you in the first game. It didn't work. Shift to plan B. For heaven's sake, shift to plan B. You're going to play a World Cup. Today, losing by 300 runs is still understandable, fine, fair enough. Doesn't matter. But I don't know what you'll do in the World Cup. Because
Yes.
by the way, this World Cup, it is not group games anymore. You have to play every single
Hmm.
team. It was batting masterclass by Beth Mooney. No one should deny that. Aryan, nobody is denying that. Absolutely. And it was a joy to watch. It's almost like before the bowlers could bowl, Mooney knew where they wanted to bowl and she had a shot ready for that.
Yes. Why
Zero.
only
I'm not
Mooney? I
worried.
think Ellis Perry also batted brilliantly. Ellis
Oh,
Perry
yeah,
batted
yeah. She was beautiful. I mean, she batted beautifully. I'm Riro. I am not worried about India chasing this total. What I want to see is how the Indian batters approach the chase. They should
yes.
really free themselves up and go bonkers. Absolutely, Riro. You have hit the nail on its head because chasing 412 almost it does
Done.
not matter whether you chase it or not. It's how you approach the chase. In fact, when you see 412 on the board, you should actually be, like, can India chase it? I don't think so. Too much.
Too much.
412 in 50 overs is straight up from the beginning 8 runs per over.
Nah, it's very difficult.
Anyway, mostly India will lose, so I hope the batters will play freely and get at least 1 in 200, at least 1 century or some good performances from the batter. I want to see somebody who is not called Smriti Mandana score runs. That's the important
Yes.
part.
Even in this track, you are not getting two, three good scores from your batters, top order batters. I think that will be deciding.
Shirish, yes, unfortunately, fans are leaving. If you can see behind me, there are fans who are leaving. But I must say, I was absolutely delighted by the way the fans were supporting. Deepti's over when the wickets were falling, they were cheering so
Exactly.
loudly, Shirish. It
Exactly.
was
I saw
brilliant.
I saw on the
You,
TV
you
one guy
heard?
was full screaming. Yeah, come on. Oh, I saw. Okay, okay. I think it's done dusted for us, but still okay. It's good to see.
Is it time that we should get a foreign coach for Indian women's team? No, just get a woman cricketer who understands the system, who understands how these girls or these women work, how do they think, how do they function with each other. Get a coach like that, and I'm repeatedly telling you, you have a World Cup. Oh, sorry, not a two-time World Cup winning coach who has the capacity to be with the team. Get Nushin Al Khatib as the coach. She's right now with Vidarbha. Get her to the Indian team. because Amol Majumdar's year is ending. I think after the World Cup. I think so. I
Yeah.
think just get Nushin Al Kadir. बहुत हो गया भाई. 350. They can't score 300. Who can't score 300? Bowling, fielding was
India.
pathetic, but captaincy can't win the World Cup with defensive bowlers. Where is Priya Mishra? Priya Mishra, I think currently, since the domestic season is yet to be on, she's at home. Yeah. And unless she has gone out with her friends or something of that sort.
She will be there. She is there in the reserve list, not in the squad.
Yeah, yeah. It was just a joke. 102 रन का बदला 412. आज फिर से फील्डिंग इतनी खराब, अगर कैच पकड़े होते तो ये नहीं होता भाई. आप प्रैक्टिस ही कर लिए होते.
Exactly. Yesterday, what we
I am
talked
being
about.
harsh, maybe, but India women's is consistently inconsistent. You're not being harsh. जो सच है अभी क्या कर सकते हैं. Guys, I'm rushing through the comments because I have to run back. Of
Yes.
course,
Yes.
uh, if Phoebe Litchfield and Sutherland played today, score would have been almost 500. That we cannot say,
Yes.
but
But 451 on the cards. Definitely, it was on the card.
yeah. Absolutely. Guys, I'm sorry that we are not able to take all the comments because, as you can understand, I
Yeah.
have to walk back to the gate and then go through the gate and go up
Mhm.
to the media box because the match is starting. But of course, we'll come back after the match with the with quotes from the press conference. I know what the Indian team will say, that it's an aberration, happens. They were that good. The pitch was flat. The ground was lightning fast. This
Let's
is what will happen in the Indian PC. Australian PC, I will get to know and tell you guys.
see in the mid-inning show. You are getting the PC codes. What do you want to? Why do you want to see other channels? Just come here. Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Trishari. Thank you, everyone. Just hope that Indian batters put up a show, at least scored around 320, 330, 350. So that will be a little positive out of this game, because otherwise it has been very tiring. Very tiring 50 overs. And I can, if I am from home, I am saying this, I can understand what Shadi has gone through in this media hub. So thank you everyone for joining in. Let's meet in the post match show. Till then, take care and hopefully India bats well. Thank you.